Hey everybody, how's it going? Thank you so much for tuning in, and for those of you who haven't visited the channel, welcome to X Rides Cars. Today we'll go ahead and take a look at this 2018 BMW 530e. So this will be a quick hands-on video of the 530e. We'll show the engine, go over performance data, as well as show you the features in both the interior as well as the exterior. And so, without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. It's a full steel gray exterior, featuring a full dark tan leather interior. First impressions jumping in the new 5 Series, it does feel like a very nice car. Now, of course, given that this is a all-new refreshment for an all-new 5 Series, I'm overall pretty impressed with the new design of it. Now, you do have all-new infotainment systems, while mostly the transmission remains the same. Now, this is an electric car, so it of course has things that are very different to it, and it runs on a 1-speed gearbox. It is, and of course it has the e-drive, so you're running on electricity and not gasoline, which I like that. It's efficiency. So it's basically going green for the environment. Now this vehicle has an electromechanical rack and pinion power steering, and it's on a 3-spoke steering wheel, and you have an 8-speed automatic transmission, which you pull down for drive, pull up for reverse, half a click for neutral, and then you press P for park, and you have to hit the unlock button before you do that. And you move it to the left in order to shift, and then you can shift up and down, which of course is also a nice feature. Or you can use the steering wheel paddle shifters to shift as well. So that's another option you have, which is always a great option for this kind of car. Now this does have the standard BMW audio system, but it still is very nice though. It has a very good sound to it. You do have side curtain airbags. You have visors with vanity mirrors. You do have a very nice sunroof, doesn't work right now. You have reading lights, small LEDs, and your full lights are big LEDs, which are also very cool. You do have an auto-dimming rearview mirror. You do have a full infotainment system, which is touchscreen, so you can view notifications you have, navigation, communication, connected drive. You also have your own vehicle, which you can control your vehicle settings via this system. You also have media where you can use other things as well, which is always great. Traction control and your hazard switch. You do have a 6-disc CD changer, or maybe it's 7, it's 7 discs. Alright. And you have a dual zone climate control for the front. You have a storage area with 2 cup holders. Traction control off, sport, comfort, and eco. So you have comfort, which is a balance setting, eco mode, which you could of course, it's for economical purposes. You also have a sport mode, which gives you some extra dynamics in terms of the system as well. You have your electronic parking brake. You have your dial for the iDrive system. Center console with a USB and a 12-volt power outlet. Not to mention, over here you have a charging station with another USB port. As far as steering wheel, you have your cruise control settings, and you have very nice silver trim, hazard switch, and you do have full wiper control. it's not working. The Vipers, I don't think, they've probably been taken out or something. You do have headlight control. You have fuel cap. You have fully automatic windows. Overall, I do think the 530e pretty much is a very nice vehicle.
Yeah, it's just pretty nice. Yeah, I think so.
First thing, when you jump at the 530e, it is a pretty impressive vehicle, of course, in the back seat. Now, the amount of legroom you get is actually really good for a mid-sized sedan, and it's surprising that you get this much. Now, of course, the middle seat won't have as much room because I get this hump here because of the rear-wheel drive system. But you're also well entertained. You're also well entertained when you have this entertainment system in the back also. You do have a CD player or DVD. You also have AV input, and you have HDMI and USB. You have 2 headphone ports, 2 12-volt power outlets. You have storage pockets, 2 cup holders. You have the rear access. You also have illuminated lighting, which is very nice too. You have rear light control. Again, great feature. You have coat hooks. And of course, overall, I really like the 530e's interior, with especially such good room in the back. You'll, of course, have this good amount of space in the general 5 Series as well, which is, of course, also good for the type of vehicle this car is. Here's an impression from sitting in the back seat. Now, of course, the entertainment system you have, it's similar to the iDrive system. And of course, you have control over many of the music that you have in the vehicle, which, of course, is good for the kind of vehicle this is, because this kind of thing would be more common in like something like a 7 Series rather than a 5 Series. So it's good for perspective. It's a good back seat. Good job, BMW, for this. As far as the exterior features on the 530e, you have front parking sensors. You have the very unique BMW kidney grills. You have satin wheels, black vents on the side to catch some airflow, turn signal mirrors, chrome trim across the door handles, e-drive badge. It's for the BMW plug-in hybrid system. Rear parking sensors. You have a twin exhaust system and a very nice 530e badging as well. The 530e comes with an independent front double wishbone suspension and an independent multi-link rear suspension with front rear stabilizer bars, coil springs, as well as gas pressurized shock absorbers. This vehicle has a length of 194.6 inches, a width of 73.5 inches, as well as a height of 58.4 inches, running on a 117.1 inch wheelbase. Total curb weight can be about 4,407 pounds. So we'll go ahead and pop the hood. The BMW 530e comes standard with a 2-liter turbocharged hybrid inline 4-cylinder engine with an additional electric motor, which produces 180 brake horsepower at 4,000 RPM and 255 pound-feet of torque at 1,800 RPM. 0 to 97 kilometers an hour or 0 to 60 miles an hour is 5.8 seconds with a top speed of 146 miles per hour. The vehicle being all-wheel drive with a 12.1-gallon tank requiring 91 octane or 95 round petrol fuel, EPA estimated miles per gallon ratings is 29 average. On the gas motor alone, 72 with the gas and electric motors, and it takes less than 3 hours to charge the electric motor, and solely on that you can get 15 miles of range. The 530e does have a good amount of cargo space for its size. You get a good 14.5 cubic feet or 411 liters of space, which is good for a vehicle of its class. everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video of this 2018 BMW 530e. Be sure to stay tuned next time. There's a lot more where all this came from. Be sure to subscribe today and check out all the featured content coming to X-Ride's Cars from the 2018 New York International Auto Show. Take care, everybody.